Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Andy Robinson RC. Cheers for checking out the channel today. Hope you're all keeping well. Okay, so what have we got on this episode? Well, as you can see in front of you, or in front of me, we have two buggies. We've got my trusty DTO2 MS, and here, which is what we're really looking at, is a kit number 58093, released in 1991 until 1995, so only a short run of about 4 years. We've got the Tamiya Bear Hawk, which is cool, and to me it's a bit of a, a sort of a prequel or pre-runner to the DTO2 in my eyes. Anyway, I got this about a week ago now, and I managed to find this one. I think this was an eBay find, and this was from France. So I've been sort of looking for one again. Now, I did have one right at the beginning of when I sort of started the channel, and what I'll do is I'll put some links to those videos in the description. But I got rid of it at the time, and I thought, yeah, it'll be fine, because I got a striker which I really wanted, and I thought I'll have to give up on having the Bear Hawk as well. But anyway, things have changed since then, and I thought, oh well, if I see another good Bear Hawk again, I might just get one. And this is a genuine Bear Hawk. It came with its original box, which I would show you, but it's already upstairs in a loft with all the others. But apart from that, I'm very happy with it. Now, it didn't come with its original wheels and tyres. It didn't even come with these ones. It had some white Astral dish wheels from like a Tamiya Rising Fighter, like all the DTO3 kits. So I had a set of them on, some worn tyres. So anyway, I've taken them off, and for now, I just wanted to try it out. I've put some DTO3 Black Edition wheels that I kept over from my Black Edition DTO3, so I've put them on. Now, personally, I think it's probably maybe a bit too much red. I don't know, but they're on there for now. But what I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of hunting down some Tamiya Sand Viper wheels, like a darkish mid-grey, and I'll put them on, and we'll get some tyres for it. I mean, if by any chance I happen to come across a set of proper Bear Hawk wheels and tyres, then yeah, I might get them. But the front tyres are going to be extortionate, the ones off the Madcap and used to, and they're just phenomenally expensive. So it'd be nice to have them, but at the same time, probably unlikely. And then again, if I did get them, would I even want to use them? Because I can't run them, because I'm then starting wearing out the tread on the tyres. So anyway, and the thing is, it's not, although it's a very original car, some of you eagle-eyed people will have noticed, especially there, the shocks are completely different at the front, and the front tower is different. Now, the previous owner, what he's done is he's fitted a Tamiya Astute front shock tower on. He's done a good job. It's nice and rigid, and what he's done is, now, correct me if I'm wrong because I didn't check, which is a bit silly me. He said he'd put red oil CVAs off one of the Hot Shot models on this. Now, I'm assuming it's a Hot Shot too, but as I say, if do let me know. But he's put oil-filled shocks. Now, the original Bear Hawk only came with red friction shocks, so I kind of like the fact he's kept the red, but he's put oil CVAs on. So I do like that. But anyway, so we've got this much better Astute front shock tower on, so that's kind of good. And the other good thing is, as well, it's got all its red hubs. You can sort of pick it up that way. You can probably just about see them. It's got all the correct red hubs, which are on the Bear Hawk as well. I mean, this, if you're familiar with the Blitzer Beetle or the Stadium Blitzer, it's pretty much the same chassis apart from a different body, truck wheels and tyres, longer front stub axles, but all the pieces are in black. with the exception of the Stadium Thunder. Tell a lie, because that's got red chassis parts as well. But generally, you know, it's the same model. But this, I think this was probably out before any of those. But again, I didn't check because I'm awesome. So I'd have to double check on what time the Blitzer Beetle and the Stadium Thunder and the Stadium Blitzer all came out. Though I imagine they're all sort of like early to mid 90s. But this was, as I say, this was 1991 on kit 58093. So anyway, I've had a few of these in the past, and I've got a bit of a soft spot for them. So I'm glad I've got another one now. And I'm trying to think where this like little soft spot comes from for them, because again, when we was at school, there was mates and people I knew that had RCs, Tamiya RCs. Now one of them, I can't even remember his name now, but he had a Tamiya Bear Hawk. Now I can't even remember if I made it up or not, but I seem to remember him, we being out in Cleveland, which is a place near me, and he said, "Oh, I've got this Bear Hawk," and we saw it, and he was driving it up the street, the path, or whatever it was. So I can't remember now if I've actually made that up in my head or it did actually happen. But I knew we had a Tamiya Bear Hawk, so obviously I knew what one looked like because I looked up what one they had them in, you know, places like BT's and places like that, and obviously in the magazine. So I knew what a Bear Hawk looked like, but I can't quite remember if I actually made the fact up that we were there using his car or he just said he had one. Either way, I sort of fell in love with the body shell. I do like the body style on this. I think it's ace. Now, they also did use this body on another vehicle later on. It is slightly different, but if you look at the Tamiya DT01, if you look on that chassis, the Tamiya Mad Fighter shares the Bear Hawk body, but it's ever so slightly different as it has a wing on the back and there is a front vent scoop, air scoop there. Now, unless there's any other subtle changes, it generally is a Bear Hawk body. So that's kind of cool. In fact, one of my previous Bear Hawks, I did fit, rather than knackering up the Bear Hawk body, I did fit a Mad Fighter body onto this, and I used to tear around with that. So that was good. But yeah, so anyway, let's quickly whip the shell off. Okay, I mean, it's in pretty much box art, this, except it's a much darker blue, I think, than the original box art. I quite like it though, and also instead of a silver roll cage, it's in black. As you can see that well there. But yeah, I am liking that. It looks nice and good, so I don't have to do anything with the body. Might shove a driver in though. Right, okay, so we've kind of got original electrics in. We're missing a receiver and a MSC servo. But other than that, we have got the MSC in there and a steering servo. It's on a 540 can motor, and it's completely stock apart from these oil shocks. There's no bearings or anything, so I'm going to have to do that, because of course I intend to run this at some point. So it does need going through and putting bearings in and whatnot. Now also as well, if you're aware of Ampro Engineering, I'm sure a lot of you are, they designed a set of braces for the chassis. So one that sort of braces around this area here, and the bottom chassis brace that under here. Now I have had them on one of my Bear Hawks in the past, so I'm probably looking to get them again. Can be a little bit of a weak spot around here, although I've never damaged one personally. But, you know, and again, this is the same chassis that's also on the Tamiya Falcon. So it is a bit of a weak part, because you do see lots of Falcons break across there. So, yeah. But apart from that, I'm super pleased with this. Really cool. But we're going to do a few things to it. As I say, I'm going to sort some wheels and tyres for it. I don't want to use these. These are going to be on for another project at some point. Maybe get the Ampro braces. I'm going to redo the oil and the shocks, get some bearings in it, and some more, a bit more modern electrics in, and we then can give it a bit of a run. So I'll tell you what, because there'll be someone out there that knows, I did want to put universal drive shafts in a Bear Hawk once, and I didn't know which ones would fit. Now, I thought maybe the Tamiya Manta Ray ones might fit in. But if anyone knows, I'd love to hear in the comments, please. Because I've never done it, and I do actually quite fancy doing that. So, well, yeah, there you go. So, this is my Tamiya Bear Hawk, and it is in lovely condition. Now, there is a few scuffs on it, but that's not the end of the world. I might replace the bumpers, front and rear bumpers. Wishbones are pretty good, front and rear. A few scratches on the chassis tub. But, I mean, the thing is, I could have replaced the chassis tub as well, because obviously you can still get parts for the stadium blitzers and things like that, so I could do it. But I'm not entirely sure it needs it, really. I say I want to run it, so I'd only put a new chassis on and scuff it up, wouldn't I? So, yeah, anyway, we'll just throw the body back on. But yeah, I am super pleased with it. So, now, earlier on in the video, you might have remembered me saying that I thought this was a bit of a pre-runner to the DT02 chassis, which is here. Now, the reason that I say that is because it is, again, a two-wheel drive buggy. It's got, double wishbone suspension. The four shocks all around. It's got a bathtub chassis in plastic, like that. Now, the battery position is different. Obviously, on the DT02, it runs down the centre, which does help the handling a lot better. And on this here, you've got it across the chassis tub at the back. Obviously, you're trying to get more traction over the rear end like that, but generally, I think the batteries were better down the middle on two-wheel drives. But maybe that's just me. So yeah, so a lot of the key features are similar. Yeah, there's probably a bit more adjustability on the DT02 than there is on a Bear Hawk. There is a good. When did the DT02 come out now? I'm trying to think. 2003. I want to say 2005. Something might be 2005. Around there. So around that time. I'm useless at remembering dates and things, but I think it's about 2005 actually. So, from when this last finished, its run, being produced in 95 to that coming out in 2005, that chassis anyway, then there was 10 years difference, so things have obviously moved on. But I think kind of it is a bit of a, there's quite a few similarities there, really. That's got obviously the styrene and the hard body, where these have got the Lexan ones. But yeah, but I tell you what is better on these: open end, open rear gearbox there, much better cooling. Where on the DT02, as you can see, it is quite enclosed. Now, generally, the best tip for that is to drill or Dremel your gearbox out and get some extra cooling around there. So I've done that on my other chassis, but I've not done it on this one. Never got around to doing it. Anyway, yeah. So that's probably going to wrap up this video for now. But I wanted to show you this. I don't know when I'll get around to doing it because there's other things coming first. But hopefully it'll be, won't be too long. But it will come on this channel again eventually. So there you go. So that is my 1991 to 1995. Tamiya Bear Hawk. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. It's much appreciated as always. Now, before I go, I just thought that you might have noticed my little green ribbon there and my little wristband here. There. Now, these I've mentioned before on the channel. This is for the RC MHAP charity group, which stands for Radio Control Mental Health Appreciation Project. It's always a mouthful that when I try and say it. And just recently I bought to support them, I bought my little charity goodie bag, and I'm wearing it here today. My little green ribbon there in my wristband. Now, this is a great place you can go to. It's on Facebook. And just type in, as I say, if you just type in RC MHAP, I've done it right. Yeah, no, that was right. Terrible. Type that in on Facebook, and you'll find a very welcoming group there. They'll accept you and welcome you with open arms. And it's a great place just to, talk about anything you want that gets you down with like-minded people. But they also share a passion for RC. Anyway, it's well recommended. I go on there quite a bit. There's loads of people on there, massive community of people that all sort of talk and chat and can relate to mental health subjects, and they're all fans of RC. Right, anyway, what I'll do is I'll put the links in the description to that Chash group page as well. I think as well, if you go on there, you can get yourself one of the green ribbons and the wristbands. So yeah, anyway, I'm definitely going now. I'll leave you all to have a great rest of the weekend. So take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, take care, and we'll see you very soon.